All right, good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the announcement of the inaugural Skyway 10k. I want to start by thanking everyone who has come together to make this event possible. The City of St. Petersburg, the Tampa Bay Rays, Pinellas, Hillsborough, and Manatee counties, the Florida Department of Transportation, the Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles, and the men and women of the Florida Highway Patrol, as well as all of the first responders who are helping out to make this event happen. Without their support, we would not be here today. I want to begin by saying that besides this being a fun 10K bridge run, it's really about saluting those who serve and have served in the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Air Force, and Coast Guard, as well as their families. As a result, all proceeds from the Skyway 10K will benefit the Armed Forces Families Foundation. Having served in Iraq and Afghanistan, I could personally attest to how important our family members are at supporting us when we're deployed and serving in the military. The Armed Forces Families Foundation provides funding for permanent and semi-permanent infrastructure projects that benefit military members and their families. What makes the Armed Forces Families Foundation unique is that 100% of every dollar raised actually goes to support the mission. Donations are never used for administrative costs or overhead. So when people donate, they can realize that every single cent that they donate is going directly to the cause. Those causes and those projects include things like playgrounds at MacDill Air Force Base, funding for the USO at Tampa International Airport, technology upgrades at on-base on-base schools, and upgrades at VA hospital oncology centers, and the list goes on. To date, more than $2 million has been raised and given back in support of military families. Now, regarding the Skyway 10K and why we are all here. The Skyway 10K has taken more than a year of extensive planning, and there are still several things that will be hammered out in the days and weeks to follow, but we are happy to announce that the Skyway 10K will be taking place on March 4th, 2018. Registration is $75, and participants can register by visiting skyway10k.com. It is expected to sell out quickly. The Skyway is one of a kind, and undoubtedly it will become an iconic race, and hopefully a race that will happen for years to come. The bridge is scheduled to be shut down only on the northbound span on March 4th, beginning at 4 a.m., and should reopen no later than 10 a.m. Those participating in the race will arrive at Tropicana Field, where parking will be available for free. They will then be bused to the south area of the bridge, and they will disembark. They'll run across the north span of the bridge following the national anthem and hopefully a military flyover. We're going to see if we can make that possible. Once that has been done, at daybreak, the race will begin. They will transit north along the northbound span, and they will arrive to the northwest area of the bridge. At that point, they will re-embark the buses, and they'll be brought back to Tropicana Field, where there will be an award ceremony. It's important to note that all award medals, t-shirts for the race are going to be made in the U.S. This event is rain or shine, though we're hoping that the weather will be beautiful as usual in March. Lastly, in anticipation of this question, I want to specify that only the northbound lanes of the Skyway will be for a brief period of time. I've been born in the Clearwater area, up in Tampa, living here my whole life. I think that we're all kind of used to the Skyway being shut down for weather-related events, so I'm hoping that with this event being for such a great cause that folks will be willing to understand the brief closure that morning on March 4th. At the conclusion of these statements, happy to take any questions that you have, but first I'd like to introduce the Deputy Mayor of St. Petersburg, Kanika Tomalin.
Good morning. St. Pete is so very excited about this innovation in racing in our community, a race that will become iconic, we believe, in celebration of this iconic structure we've all celebrated for so many years here in our community. It's a figurative illustration of our continuing work to expand regionalism and bridge the Bay in new and innovative ways, and can't think of a better way to do it and support Armed Forces Families Foundation. We can't do enough to thank those who serve and to support the families of those who serve, and this will be a wonderful and most beautiful way to do it. In St. Pete, we're working very hard to create a culture of health through an initiative called Healthy St. Pete, where we encourage people to get out and play and enjoy this beautiful environment that we call home. And whether you're able to run full speed and a sprint in that 10K or just take it a step at a time, we hope that everyone, within the sound of our voice, makes it a point to be a part of this great race and help our families that do so much to help and serve our country. So we're excited. Thank you for this innovation, and thank you for helping to build a healthier community. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Sergeant Steve Gaskins, who's going to talk a little bit about the logistics that are involved in taking on this endeavor.
Good morning, thank you. The FHP is actually very happy and proud to be able to support a cause like this. Yes, we will have troopers out there that morning to assist with traffic control issues. Both sides of the bridge, north, southbound traffic, whatever the case may be, you'll have troopers on hand to make sure this is a safe event and goes off smoothly. Again, can't say how we are to be able to support this. Thank you.
Next, I want to introduce Dick Crippen. He doesn't really need an introduction. He's a hometown hero, but from the Tampa Bay Rays.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here, and as many of you know, I've been involved in running for a long time, and an event like this is so special, and my hope is that everybody takes advantage of it. One of the things I try to do working with the military, with the Rays, is to emphasize the families. You know, we concentrate on those who are actually serving, and we certainly want that concentration in the right place, but we forget sometimes about those at home. It's part of a team. Every military member, male or female, represents a team back home, and that team is going through a lot to have them serve. So we thank them in many, many different ways at the Trop, and this is another way to thank them by supporting this event and being available for it. So we're very, very happy, very proud to be a part of it. I think it's going to be a great event. I was around at the start of Gasparilla, and I saw that grow, and I've seen many other running races around here grow, and I got to tell you, with the uniqueness of this one, well, I'm not running anymore, but I may take it back up again. It's really, really unique, and it's going to be exciting and fun. So we appreciate it, and we thank the committee and everybody who's worked so hard to pull this off. So let's start running. Let's go.
Next up will be Frank Strom from Hillsborough County.
Good morning. My name is Frank Strom, the Director for Hillsborough County Consumer and Veteran Services. Hillsborough County is very excited about this first time ever event. We're extremely happy to provide access to the bridge. There's no greater cause than helping members of our U.S. Armed Services and their families. This is the least devotion to our nation and the protection of the freedoms that we enjoy. Hillsborough County has more than 98,300 veterans, the largest in the state of Florida, largest county in the state of Florida. Not include our active duty personnel or reservists that are stationed aboard MacDill Air Force Base. We take great pride in the service we provide to our veterans, and we do everything possible to ensure that they receive the services that they richly deserve. It is one of our county's highest priorities. I want to thank the Armed Forces Families Foundation for their great work it is doing for our military, its members, and their families. The foundation has completed projects in Hillsborough County and include a playground at MacDill Air Force Base where more than 300 families can enjoy. It has technological upgrades to schools attended by children of military families and a day room for veterans at James A. Haley Hospital. These initiatives truly make a difference in the lives of our active duty personnel, veterans, and their families. Hillsborough County wishes the Armed Forces Families Foundation and the runners great success in their unique event, and we thank you for the opportunity to speak and be with you today.
And next up is Lee Washington from Manatee County.
Good morning. My name is Lee Washington. I'm a Manatee County's Veteran Services Manager, and also this morning a representative for my county. I'd like to thank Armed Forces Family Foundation for providing the opportunity to address you this morning. The inaugural Skyway 10k will commence at the foot of the Sunshine Skyway Bridge's northbound span, which is located in Manatee County, and being recognized in such a way. Manatee County is home to more than 40,000 veterans year-round, and that does not include the numerous surviving spouses and dependents of those that are no longer with us. The Skyway Bridge is a major thoroughfare responsible for linking 3 counties, home to several military installations, both active and reserve. And I believe that this run represents the continued bridge that our nation and organizations such as Armed Forces Family Foundation are making every day, ensuring that no service member, veteran, or family member need fight the good fight alone. Giving well-deserved thank you and welcome home. Again, I thank you for this opportunity and this great announcement. And in closing, I'd like to add that if you know of a veteran or if you that is in need of services, support, or someone just to chat with, I encourage you to reach out to your local county veteran services officer, because we are your brothers and sisters in arms and your advocates. Thank you.
And again, thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We couldn't have done it without all the support. A couple things, and then I'll take your questions. One, if anybody's interested in participating, please visit skyway10k.com. That's extremely important. You need to register and register quickly. This event will sell out. We highly anticipate that. The second thing is that if you're interested in volunteering, you can also visit skyway10k.com, or if you're interested in sponsoring, visit skyway10k.com. With that, questions? Not all at once, please. Any questions, or does that cover it? If you, yeah, we can do it individually. That's fine. All right. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Should we take a picture real quick? Let's get a picture. You guys all want to come in? Everybody who's worked hard in this race?